Ever get that feeling, that time? It's speeding up the older you get.
Oh, yeah.
Like, whoa, how is it July already?
Yeah, it's like constantly trying to catch up, but time, it's always slipping away faster and faster. It's like we're on the struggle.
Right. Say, how is that even possible? It feels so universal, though, doesn't it?
It really does.
So we were thinking about this a lot, and then we came across this YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
From Psyche and Wisdom,
and
it was called The Secret Rebellion Against a Speeding Clock.
Okay.
And it just got us thinking, maybe, just maybe, the way we experience time isn't this fixed thing. Like, what if we can actually do something about it?
That's a really interesting concept.
So for this deep dive, we wanted to really look into this whole thing. Like, why do we feel this way? And, what can we possibly do about it? Our goal is to really understand this feeling of time accelerating and then offer you some ways to actually savor your days more. I really appreciate them.
It's like slowing down that treadmill.
Exactly. So at the heart of all this is this really fascinating idea from a French philosopher.
Okay.
His name is Henri Bergson.
Bergson, okay.
And he came up with this concept called durée.
Durée. So what is that exactly?
So basically, it challenges how we usually think about time, like minutes on a clock, seconds ticking by.
Right, that very measured linear way.
Exactly. We usually think of it as this objective thing, right? Like same for everyone, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Right.
But Bergson, he's like, nope. Not so fast. He said that our actual experience, like how we feel time, it's much more fluid.
Okay.
It's about quality, not quantity. And he describes it kind of like a river, constantly flowing, changing.
So it's not just the straight line.
Right. And it's shaped by our inner lives, by our experiences, what's happening around us.
I like that, like a river.
Yeah. So think about it. When you were a kid, those summer days, they just seem to last forever.
Oh, yeah. Remember those days you could just lie in the grass and like an entire afternoon felt like a whole epic adventure?
Absolutely. I remember those days so clearly. Time just felt different.
It did. It's like those few hours could hold a whole universe of possibilities.
Yes. And according to Bergson in that video, this feeling is directly linked to how our brains were engaging with the world.
Okay.
Everything was new. We were constantly making these vivid memory.
Right. Constantly learning.
Yes. Our minds were like sponges, soaking up every single new sensation. And that makes sense, right? Because the more new experiences you have, the more data points your brain has, which makes time feel longer.
Oh, I see.
It's such a contrast to how time feels now.
It is. It's like I blink and a whole month is gone.
Right. It's like, wait, where did the time go?
Exactly. And the video really points to routine as a big reason for that. When our days become predictable, the same thing day in and day out, our brains kind of go on autopilot.
Autopilot.
And then time just flies by. Imagine your brain as a camera. New experiences are like taking distinct photos with lots of detail. You really capture that moment.
Got it.
But routine, that's like taking the same photo over and over and over.
So you're not really seeing it anymore.
Exactly. You'd stop paying attention, and your brain, it doesn't even bother making a new memory. You're just on autopilot. And that day, it just blends in with all the others.
So it fades away.
Exactly. The science behind this is really interesting. When life becomes repetitive, the brain doesn't see those moments as unique memories. It just files them away without much detail.
So that gray hum I was talking about earlier.
Exactly. And that's what leads to that feeling of time slipping away faster. The takeaway here is that while routine can be good, it brings efficiency to our lives, it can also really erode your experience of time. It's like a silent killer.
Yeah, it's almost like we're striving for efficiency, for order in our lives, but it's actually making our lives feel shorter.
It's a paradox, isn't it?
It really is. And this brings us back to Bergson, because he was thinking about all of this over 100 years ago. And get this, in 1922, he had this famous debate with Albert Einstein.
Einstein, wow, okay.
About time.
So what were their big disagreements?
Well, Einstein, he saw time as this very precise thing, universal, constant, measurable by clock, a fundamental part of the universe.
Right, the scientific way of looking at it.
Exactly. He showed that time isn't absolute. It's relative to, the observer's speed and gravity. Think of it like space. It can be warped and stretched.
Okay, I'm kind of following.
Yeah, it's complex stuff. But basically, Einstein was looking at time as this physical law of the cosmos.
Right, the kind of time that you can put into equations.
Exactly. But Bergson, he countered that, saying that this purely mathematical view of time, while important for physics, it was missing something really important.
What's that?
The human experience of time.
Oh, okay.
He felt like this purely scientific view lacked that inner quality, the pulse that makes time real for us as humans.
I see. So it wasn't just about the seconds ticking by on the clock?
No, not at all. Bergson would say that a single minute can feel like an eternity. when you're in a moment of pure joy.
Oh, yeah, like when you're with someone you love.
Exactly. Or it can feel agonizingly long when you're, bored or sad.
Right, time really drags then.
It's all about the subjective experience, but he called durée. That's what truly defines time for us as humans.
Durée.
And think about durée as that feeling you get when you're watching a really engaging movie. It could be 2 hours long, but it feels like it flew by because you were so absorbed in it.
That makes sense.
So Einstein, he was mapping the universe, and Bergson was mapping human consciousness.
Wow, two very different perspectives.
And that video makes a really interesting point that our modern lives are way too focused on Einstein's measurable, clock-driven time.
At the expense of Bergson's durée.
Yeah.
In what ways?
Well, think about it. Our days are so structured, controlled by schedule. Our alarms wake us up at a precise second. Our calendars, they tell us exactly what to do and when to do it. And don't even get me started on notifications.
Oh, yeah, those are the worst.
It's like we're constantly being told what to do, leaving no space to just be in the moment.
So we're living by the clock, not by our own internal rhythm.
Exactly. And while this hyper-scheduled, hyper-efficient world might align with Einstein's precise view of time, Bergson would probably say we're losing something really important.
Our ability to really experience it.
Exactly. So the insight here is that all these modern conveniences, while they offer efficiency, they also disconnect us from our own internal rhythm of rhyme.
So how do we get back to that, to durée?
Well, Bergson believed the key is to actively engage our minds with new experiences.
New experiences, okay.
So it's about seeking out moments that are so unique, so engaging, that they can't just fade into the background noise of our routines.
It's like jolting our brains away.
Yes. So what does that look like in real life? Well, the video gave some great examples, like take a different route home from work.
Okay.
Try a new food, something you've never even heard of. Really listen to a piece of music. Really pay attention to it. It's about letting your senses encounter something unfamiliar.
So step outside of those well-worn grooves.
Exactly. Because our brains, they crave novelty.
They do.
Yeah. When we encounter something new, our brains pay more attention. And that moment becomes a stronger memory. And this makes time feel longer, more significant.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Like when you travel to a new place, even a short trip can feel much longer because of all the new sights and sounds and smells.
Yeah, you're right.
And think about a really intense emotional experience, like your first heartbreak.
Ooh, yeah.
Every second probably felt so significant, like etched into your memory.
It does.
And there was this study they talk about in the video. They found that unfamiliar songs actually feel about 20% longer than songs you've heard a million times.
So novelty really is key.
Like the magic ingredient that turns these fleeting moments into lasting memories.
I like that.
So basically, new experiences act as these anchors in our minds, making time feel more substantial.
Got it.
So routine, while it might be comfortable and efficient, it's kind of like a thief stealing our perception of time.
It lets the days slip by without creating those memorable anchors.
Right, it's a silent killer, as the video calls it. Because even something as simple as intentionally taking a wrong turn on a familiar street can suddenly make you notice your surroundings again.
You're forced to pay attention.
Right, it's like that day suddenly has these distinct edges again.
And the video gave some other fun examples, like eat dessert before the main course.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Try working in a completely different room in your house, or even just walk barefoot in the grass.
Those are great ideas. It's like giving your brain a little shake.
Exactly. These small disruptions, they get us out of our usual routines and make us more present. And being present, really noticing things, is key for how we experience.
And this all comes back to memory, doesn't it?
It does.
The video says that we don't actually experience time passing in this smooth, linear way.
We don't.
Our sense of time, it's actually constructed afterward, based on the memories we have.
Oh, interesting.
So a week filled with adventures, new experiences, it unfolds in your memory like a rich story. But a week filled with the same routine, it might just collapse into this single hazy memory.
So the way we spend our time directly impacts how we remember it.
Exactly. And it's almost like Bergson was saying that the past isn't just gone. It actually shapes how we experience the present.
Oh, wow.
And a single vivid memory, like hearing a child's laughter, or seeing an amazing view from a mountaintop, or having a deep conversation that can make a whole day or even a longer period stand out from years of just sameness.
So our memories are like the building blocks of our personal timeline.
Exactly. And here's the thing, as we get older, we can fall into this comfort trap.
Comfort trap.
We trade those intense, firsts for routine and predictability.
Oh, because it's easier.
Right. But the video argues that this pursuit of comfort can actually rob us of the richness of life, the things that make time feel meaningful.
So we're so focused on being productive, on schedules, that we forget to actually experience.
Yeah, we lose touch with that durée.
So we have to fight back.
Yes. Actively engaging with life, seeking out those novel experiences, that's how we rebel against this feeling of time slipping away.
Give me some examples.
Well, the video talks about things like losing yourself in a late-night conversation or expressing yourself creatively, like painting, or playing music, even standing in the rain until you're completely soaked.
Those are great.
It's about creating moments that will become vivid memory, those anchors that prevent time from just vanishing.
And it doesn't always have to be something big, right?
No, not at all. Even just pausing for a moment to really be present can make a difference. Notice the air on your skin, the sounds around you, the way light and shadow play in your environment.
Just be mindful.
Right? Those small moments of presence, they can change how we experience time. And the video even talks about boredom.
Boredom.
Yeah, something we usually try to avoid, but it can actually be good for us.
Really?
It can be a space for reflection, for durée to come back. When we're bored, our minds can wander and our own sense of time can resurface without all those distractions.
So stillness can actually help us.
And the video suggests a simple exercise. Try cutting back on screen time for just an hour. You might rediscover that feeling of time passing differently.
I like that.
It makes you think maybe that feeling of boredom, that discomfort, it's actually our durée trying to get our attention.
It's telling us to slow down.
Exactly. And it makes me think about how time feels as we get older. We often feel like it's speeding up even more.
Like it's on fast forward.
But the video offers a different way of looking at it. It suggests that if we keep filling our lives with first, no matter how old we are, we can actually change our perception of time.
Okay.
Like they gave the example of a grandmother who decides to learn to play the drum.
I love that.
That kind of new experience, it can make time feel much more expansive, regardless of your age.
So time bends to what we do, what we experience.
Exactly. It's not just about the years, it's about the richness of our lives.
And science backs this up, right?
They do. Activities like daydreaming, reflecting, being in awe of something, these things all contribute to a more expansive sense of time. And that's so different from when we're stressed and overwhelmed.
Yeah, time flies when you're stressed.
It's like those moments of awe, of really engaging with something. They create these little pockets where time slows down, where we feel like we're in control again.
So we need to create more of those moments.
Exactly. So as you think about the next year, don't just focus on the months passing by. Think about the specific moments you want to create, a new skill you want to learn, a place you want to travel to, a relationship you want to deepen.
Creating those memories, those anchors.
Yes, and that's Bergson's gift to us. It's not just about counting the years, it's about truly experiencing them, living a life that's full and untamed.
That's beautiful.
So it's not that time is actually moving faster as we get older. It's that our perception of it fades when we let routine and comfort take over.
We have to keep seeking out those news.
Exactly. So here's that final thought for what will you do to make your river, the river of your life, your durée, run wild and vibrant again?